Yo nubs, what's going on? It's Arcturus from Cola Dragons. And today, it hasn't been looking too good. So, yeah, I want to talk about things. I want to be talking about some of the dramas we've had this season, what the situation is in SCL, and, what's our plan and what's my plan for the next season. So, yeah, stick around and let's break this down and see what's been going on.
Today, we are going to be breaking down some of this KVK2 drama. It is 249 WBA 509's I going up against 444's SCL 572's Hunt. This matchup was the one that I liked the least. What I did say is that there is a clear advantage, and I think at minimum that's fair to say. If you look at Kraken accounts, let's just say like 200 mil plus, right? Team A in WB and I have doubled the amount, more than double. When you get to 300 plus, it's times 5 the amount. Diplo wins are a very real thing. I don't care what KVK you're in, right? There could have been a better matchup on paper, but that wasn't considered. The fact that players are effectively dictating and choosing who's going to be working with who. Obviously, we know that's going to be changing soon based on that Hall of Kings announcement, where basically the devs are going to basically start doing the diplomacy on their own and kind of taking it out of the players' hands. I, for one, think that's kind of how it just should have been all along. Just a little bit more than I miss you. When you hear about these situations happening in top KVK groups, it's like a sour taste in people's mouths. So yeah, we'd love to know what you guys think. Let me know in the comments below. That's it for me. As always, until next time, we'll catch you later.
So yeah, as you can see, it was a pretty mixed season from that little clip. But what I want to do now is I've got a few more sort of chats and messages that have been sort of coming through, and I just want to talk through a little bit about what's been going on. So what happened this season? What happened with diplomacy? The difficulties we've been having with leadership. Our R5, our King Blood's absence. He's been absent for a while. Our situation and our plans for Roots of War League and what I think might happen next. So I don't know what's going to happen next, but let's go through these messages and see what's been happening. So yeah, I've been really busy this season and with work and working pretty late, and I haven't really had any time to follow chats. I've just been fighting and doing daily stuff and responding to Discord pings, but not really sort of looking at the day-to-day chat. But yeah, I started thinking, towards the end of the season, I should start looking at, well, what is the plan for Roots of War League? What's going on? And as I started to sort of search through some of the old messages, I saw that, something's not really going too well here. There's a lot of negative, comments. A lot of new recruits are, seem to be unhappy. They're talking about, there's not enough community activity and not enough war leadership activity during battles, and no one's really sort of got a solid plan for Roots of War League. So what are we going to do? Yeah, seeing that morale was pretty low, I thought, well, better contact some of the officers and just show some appreciation that they've put in all this effort this season, and at least boost their morale a little bit so they're keen to keep moving forward. Person here, but yeah, thank you for your hard work this season. We lost, but I enjoyed it anyway, and I like this leadership team. I enjoy these difficult fighting seasons more than the easy wins, and so I got into a bit of a conversation here. It's a real eye-opener for the main leadership. Could have been better if our Diplo teams stood by their words. Stay positive. We could have, we did things to help our ally. We were under pressure as well. No doubt about that. Yeah, so then I started looking at some of the messages in our Discord chat and realized that WB and I had a bit of an advantage. So I asked that question here, and then he started to explain. Yep, that's the case. More pilots, more decorations. And I thought, oh, maybe it's because of this Covenant system this season. There's both sides on the winning Covenant, get the dragon reward. So it literally doesn't make any sense to not ally with the strongest players in the game, because then you're guaranteed the rewards, aren't you? So in previous seasons, if you wanted to make a Diplo win, then which side is going to take the secondary rewards? You've got to negotiate that. Whereas this season, no, you don't need to do that. You just ally with the top best teams and guarantee the rewards for everyone. So yeah, I don't know about that change. But then this was the message that I thought was most interesting, and this gave me the most context. So he said, here is the main reason. This screenshot here. So Tarhelium is one of the Hunt diplomacy people. He says, so y'all think this Hunt and SCL against WB and I is a fair matchup? And Captain said, yep, I do. How's Zone 2 going to work? Alarelf then, chipped in and said, I don't think it's fair, but okay. Captain gave some explanation. Then Alarelf said, I think Hunt and SCL has a lot more players, but if you guys are cool with it. Tarhelium then seems to say, the numbers don't really matter. And Tiny just says, I can put up with, I can put it in the team compiled. So I guess he's going to look at what the teams look like. And Alarelf says, yeah, don't want people to say we Diplo win for the win later. So yeah, so that got me sort of thinking. So I guessed, well, we chose our team knowing that maybe it's at a disadvantage to us, but it's an opportunity to show our strength and beat a more a stronger opponent. But anyway, speaking more, next seasons this isn't going to happen again because teams will be pre-assigned. I wasn't part of the Diplo, so I didn't oppose it. Also, the Diplo didn't discuss with the whole R4 team. And then this is kind of when I start understanding what's going on, making sense of that screenshot. So Captain convinced WB to ally. Allah didn't protest it. That's what I'm sad about. I could have quit Diplo chat and announced I'll go solo. Way better than accepting this outcome. With the reason that SCL didn't met their demands. It was both Blood and Allah on Diplo. Even one Diplo R4 didn't do his job. It was better to lose solo than like this. At least being solo increases the chances of re-Diplo. Then I noticed, oh crap, oh my gosh, so now Hunt is disbanding. So boss let that video out. Alarelf's decision and announcement cost us the comeback season. Even the wordings of re-Diplo went bad. They were not supposed to give up final zone. Many members took it negatively. So yeah, so I agree with that. Yeah, comeback season. Yeah, that would have been better than being accused of a Diplo win. Absolutely agree with you. Thanks for sharing with me. I'm glad to have better understanding. I don't have time to get too involved with what is going on. I just enjoy fighting and want the alliance to be stable. So yeah, after chatting with Sabo, I sort of understood the situation a bit more, and it reminded me of this meme that got posted at some stage on Call of Dragons Discord. At the time, I didn't really sort of understand what it meant or what it was, but now that I had a bit more context, I went back to it and it started to make more sense. So yeah, I could see the teams where there was a misbalance there, and one side definitely had more Krakens and that kind of thing. So yeah, so I later watched Boss Nasty's video, and yeah, sort of yeah, I agree with him too. It's not totally out of the question that we couldn't have won, but it's an uphill battle, isn't it? And when you're on the side that knows that you're taking those extra deads and other people aren't stepping up quite as much because there's not as many Krakens and not as many decorations, so you've got a lot more pressure on the handful of people that are able to resource heal and garrison bastions. It's a lot tougher, and it's a lot easier for morale to drop when someone isn't able to log in and the bastion does end up getting burnt. So yeah, that's understandable. So yeah, this was back in 21st of June. So maybe sort of 2 months ago. I think this was fairly close to when people first migrated. Just searching for keyword Roots of War League. So Lethal says, I already had one rough outline, just being kind of focused on getting info for RoWL. You know, a bit of chit chat only. So yeah, it's generally positive. You know, there's no issues here in sort of June. So this was 15th of July. Yep, mood's going down further. Lethal says I became negative where 0 actions were taken for 3 weeks, but literally any of the things I said, 0 community engagement, 0 RoWL, team talks, and pushing up to 24 billion power with everything. To be honest, nah, bruh, it's been like hitting a wall with you since before the first Roots of War match. So yeah, there was some you know issues and unhappiness there around the Roots of War League teams. Okay, so this one was in July, and yeah, you can see the sort of mood and the tones definitely declined here. So now this time Lethal says we were promised a good hangout community, Roots of War League team that was practicing big inf blink plays, good field presence among the few other things. I'd have to look back, you know, hand gets it. Mel, yep. And for some of those things, the new recruits would have to join in. Yeah, so the mood's a little bit, you know, off here. It's mainly the RoWL, the big inf plays, the good field presence. We lack this, but we are lacking the most important one of good field presence. Yeah, people want stuff preset, not wanting to assist. So yeah, this is when things really started, you know, getting bad. Faker was getting pretty fed up. This was just 2 days ago, 9th of August. Faker sends this message. He says, "Blood, stop irresponsibly communicating with the other R4s behind the scenes. Explain why you persuaded people to immigrate, only to be offline for a full month right after the season started, and apologize to those who suffered as a result. We all wasted time and money because of you. Furthermore, the other R4s had to shoulder the burden of your critical duties and work hard to handle them in your absence, all without clear explanation from you. We had originally planned to go to a different server, but you persuaded us by highlighting your successful 3-year track record running SCL. You claimed to have 7 rally leaders capable of providing 24-hour defense and promised that we wouldn't regret joining SCL, describing it as a highly aggressive and competitive server, even citing a past season where you fought a 3v1 war. In reality, however, you went inactive for a full month as soon as Zone 2 opened, and still no answer, lol." Bit of chat, then Faker says, "Rumor has it that you couldn't log into the game because you're sick, but that doesn't add up. While you didn't log into the game at all, we were occasionally communicating with members behind the scenes via Discord. This means you were in a position where you could have easily shared your situation with us and helped us understand. Yet throughout the entire season, you never made any official statement regarding your stance. I tried to understand you up until the middle of the season, but now, with only 3 days left, I find it disgusting that you still haven't said a word. So I'm writing this long post." So now we're at the 5th of August, and things are, you know, there's continuing to decline. Now we've got some of our members announcing that they're leaving the server. So here's Sogar Mommy saying she's leaving. Tired of fighting the same server and the same Kraken season after season. SCL will always have a special place in my heart. I have a few special thanks to give. Unfortunately, I can't mention some by name. I'm writing these words with a heavy heart. This is far from an easy decision. Despite all the ups and downs we've been through, Call of Dragons is just a game, and I genuinely love you all. I wish you all the very best in both the game and in real life. So this isn't goodbye. It's simply a see you later. Take care, my friends. Love you all. Melodious. So Mel, yep, he also says he's on his way out. So yeah, he was glad to come back to the server and tells a bit of his story about joining TFS. Yep. Big long message. That's probably the longest message I've ever seen Melodious write. You know, here we're having a bit of a chat, and Melodious says, "Laughing my ass off. Now legit. Every leadership but Numbat is saying they're leaving. Blood sold his account. At Sauger, try to get Numbat to join as well. You know, Mezzy is leaving as well. And yeah, this is the one. So this is Blood's old account. So yeah, is this not Blood's account anymore? Yeah, actually, it's mine now, and I will migrate to this server. So Yeah, even here. So now yeah, blood sold his account. Yep, I am I am Dr. Devil. Sorry for not introducing myself. Now you're fine. I bought it. Nice. So when did Blood sell you the account to you, if you don't mind me asking? Almost 1 week. So yeah. So now we're in the present day. This was just yesterday. So after reading all these messages, I'm starting to come to grips with the situation, and it's really not good. I start thinking back to, yeah, my first YouTube video here. You know, full of optimism and ready to go, and yeah, I announced. This is what I announced when I first said I was joining SCL. Let's take a look.
So this season, I'm rejoining my old family. I'm going to SCL Alliance in server 444, and we're going to kick some ass. Our team, we've all reached T5 finally. Not me. I'm the only T4 player left after nearly 900 days and still T4. Fucking nub. This one, such a nub. But anyway,
yeah, that was the beginning of the adventure, full of enthusiasm and enjoyment to be getting back together with my buddies, and then I said Arcturus possibly at the end of SCL Adventures. So yeah, kind of the way I feel at the moment. Charlie Sheen, freaking just yeah, drained, man. It's been a lot. Now you can see, you know, a little bit of the drama that we've been facing and what the situation looks like, and yeah, it's really heartbreaking just to see, you know, 12 months of, you know, friendship and effort and yeah, hope being put into SCL Alliance, and yeah, to see it all falling apart like this is just heartbreaking. But you know, what are we gonna do? I don't know. I mean, I'm still speaking with my friends. You know, all my friends are mostly in the European time zone. Also, got some buddies in the USA time zone, and I'm just not sure that I'm ready to join a small server. Yeah, being in the Asian time zone, I think it really sucks when you're on your own and there's no one else to fight with you. I really hate that. So if I move to a smaller server, I'd really want to be with a bigger group of people if I can. But I also want to help my friends transition, and so I've said to them, look, I'm willing to, and I think this would be a good idea, is just, you know, sit in on your Roots of War League matches and just observe the match and try to offer advice. If I see, you know, a building's getting really low on garrison and it needs to be reinforced, you know, I can help make that call, and I can say to them, you know, you gotta blink over here, and you gotta reinforce, or you know, remember to get the pet's coming in 2 minutes. You know, I need there's only one guy there. I need you and you. Refresh your troops. Bring cavalry. You need to capture the pet. Okay, guys, Lifestone's coming in 2 minutes. We all need to swap out, and we need to change to our eagles. Everyone needs to fly over to Lifestone, pick it up, summon the Hydra. We need to prevent the other team from getting the Hydra. Okay, infantry, blink into the Lifestone. We need to capture it. You know, I can do that kind of thing for my buddies. And even though it's just going to be a small team moving with Sauger, I think, you know, because we are such close friends, I might even pilot someone's account or something like that so I can participate. But yeah, I really want to do everything I can to help them succeed and have a good Roots of War match. Otherwise, yeah, look, I'm looking for a home. I don't know what I'll do, but I'm looking for a home. So yeah, so that's all the information I have right now. I don't know exactly what I'm doing or where I'm going, but if you think you know a good place and you want to suggest it to me, you know, let me know.
If you were asked to give up your dreams for freedom, what would you do if asked to make the ultimate sacrifice? Would you think about all them people who gave up everything they had? Would you think about all them war vets, and would you start to feel bad? Freedom isn't free. It costs folks like you and me. And if we don't all chip in, we'll never pay that bill. isn't free. No, there's a hefty fucking fee. And if you don't throw in your $1.05, who will? Ooh, $1.05. Freedom costs $1.05.
I just saw this message popped up, and you won't believe it. So let's have a look. We've just got a message from Blood. Let's see what he said. This literally just came in. So Blood Curdle, Scarlet family, we are not going anywhere. To the entire SCL family, first I want to sincerely apologize for my recent absence. I've been dealing with some health issues, and because of that, I had to step away and wasn't able to give SCL the attention and leadership it deserved. I know many of you have been waiting, wondering what is happening, and I'm sorry for leaving you without proper direction. But I'm back now, and a new team will also be assembled. Okay. And I want everyone to understand one thing clearly. SCL is not going anywhere. We have built SCL over years and have survived bad seasons, difficult KVKs, leadership changes, losses, victories, migrations, and countless problems together. We are not going to throw all of that away because of one bad phase. The rebuild starts now. Let's go. Let's go, guys. We're going to take this opportunity to rebuild SCL properly from the ground up. That means we will look honestly at what has gone wrong instead of pretending everything is fine. Number 1, loyal leadership. We will build our leadership around people who are genuinely committed to SCL and its future. No people are here only when things are going well. Not people who are here only when things are going well. Not people who disappear when the situation becomes difficult. We need leaders who will communicate, take responsibility, and stand alongside the family through both victories and losses. Nice. Loyalty will matter more than titles. Fixing our core issues. There are issues inside SCL that have been building up for a long time. We are going to address them properly. Communication, leadership structure, activity, player management, recruitment, migration planning, war preparation, internal coordination, and accountability. So the only thing I think that's missing there is we need well, it's got better communication, but it's war communication and community and just showing that we're all present in voice chat and we're all interacting together. But no, these are good points. These are good points. We are not interested in putting temporary patches over permanent problems. We will identify the problems, fix them, and build the systems so they don't keep coming back. Power management and matchmaking. I also want to apologize for the bad matchmaking we ended up with. I understand the frustration and I take responsibility for my part in it. But moving forward, we need to be smarter. During the rebuilding phase, we may need to reduce, downgrade unnecessary power where appropriate so that SCL can reach more suitable matchmaking while we rebuild our core. This isn't about becoming weaker, it's about becoming healthier. There is no point carrying inflated power while our internal structure is still being repaired. We will focus on creating a stronger, more active, and more coordinated core first, and then build the power back the right way. We are not resetting. We are resetting, not quitting. I don't want anyone to misunderstand this. This is not the end of SCL. This is a reset, a rebuild, a chance to correct the mistakes we made and create a stronger Scarlet family for the seasons ahead. We don't need to pretend that everything has been perfect. It hasn't. And that's okay. What matters is what we do from this point forward. Nice. To everyone who stayed with SCL despite everything, thank you. Your loyalty means more than power, rankings, titles, or achievements ever could. SCL was never built by one person. It was built by all of us. And if you're still here, then you are part of the reason SCL will continue. The next chapter starts now. We rebuild our leadership, we fix our core issues, we improve communication, we make smarter matchmaking decisions, we strengthen our internal structure. We bring back the Scarlet identity. And when we are ready, we climb again. We have done it before, we can do it again. SCL doesn't die because we had a bad season. SCL survives because its people refuse to let it die. Yes, let's go. Let's go. Scarlet family forever. Blood. Yeah, bro. Let's go. Let's go. Oh, that's awesome, man. Who could have seen that coming? Holy moly. Holy moly. What a story. Yeah, we can't leave now, bro. If someone's determined to keep the alliance going, and someone like Blood who's got, history in these games, and he's got determination. Yeah, I'm ready to back that. That's good. That's really good. The only thing I think we need to add to this message is that, Roots of War League is just around the corner, and we really, really need to get our acts together fast. I think so long as we determine our team right away, and we start, getting our plans put together, and some training strategies, so that we can put a coordinated fight together. I think, and if some good quality players stay, we'll be in a good position. So yeah, let's go, guys. So if you're watching this, and you're keen to support our rebuild and be part of the next chapter of SCL, let's go. I'm ready for this. This is awesome. Okay. Who would have thought, guys? Let's go! So that's amazing. So yeah, what blood says there changes everything. So I think what we got to do right now is we've immediately got to start working on our Roots of War League plan. I've already gone through. We've already picked out. So we did come up with a plan a couple of months ago, and our team was pretty much ready. But unfortunately, our leader for that team had some things happen in real life, so they had to step back. But what I'm going to do, and what we're going to try and do, is we're going to go to that old plan. We're going to start updating it. So we've got our, it's a bit of a PowerPoint presentation here. I've blurred it out because I don't want to show exactly what our plans are, or what they could be. But we've got guidelines for what players should be doing. We've got our map and our roles and our overall strategy, and what tactics to use. Then we've got our team sort of set out into who's going to do what, who's going to be responsible for what, etc. What is the specifics of each role going to be? The blue team, the red team, this team. Don't want to give away these secrets. They're pretty fancy. I'll tell you that. But different tactics, strategies for what to do in certain scenarios. What's that blurred out there? That looks like ancient tree roots, doesn't it? Oh, what shenanigans are you gonna pull with the ancient tree roots? Let's see. Okay, cool. So yeah, we've got a plan of attack there, but the thing is, we need people. We really need people. I think we're gonna have a team remaining that's still going to be quite strong, but we are definitely going to be open and willing to applications, understanding who's got capability and what. So if you do think that you would be interested in supporting this rebuild and this plan to quickly and rapidly establish a competitive team, I would love for you to contact me, or contact Blood. We'll let you know, and give you an interview and figure out whether or not that the team can utilize your skills. But would definitely like to know if anyone would be interested to help us out. We could really use a helping hand at this point of time. Thanks. And then this is just something that I quickly put together a few days ago, just to start getting an idea of what people's commitments are, and what their preferences are, so we can start just solidifying the team and getting things settled down. So there's a thread here for the Roots of War League discussion, a bit of an introduction, and a bit of a video on what the Roots of War League is for any newcomers, figuring out what people's level of commitment and passion is. This is not in the main SCL server. This is with my buddies. Me and my buddies are just figuring out what we want to do, and who's competitive, and who's more in it just for the enjoyment. But yeah, we're gonna figure out how much commitment are people, and research and work are people going to put in. I'm speaking of Blood right now. I think we need to have a town hall, get everyone together, and speak about everyone's commitment at once, and start putting figuring out who's willing to participate in practice sessions, who's willing to join in voice, who's willing to set up special march presets right from the beginning. Who's willing to sit down and watch the old Roots of War League matches? Some of those upset matches with EIS and MFD. Those were pretty good matches. I've been watching all of those, and yeah, look, I'd love to sit down, maybe with some guys, and we can just watch a couple of those videos. I haven't watched all of the ones from 30NA versus BTX, but the finals, there's 3 matches there that I think we need to go through. What roles and specialities do all of us have? Who's eager to take particular roles? I mean, this could change, but at least it gives us an idea and what's our capabilities in terms of mages, archers, cavalry, and infantry. Yeah, so I think we'll in the coming days we're going to rapidly figure all this out, and then from that point, then we can start updating our original plans and actually putting these plans into practice. So it is difficult to figure all this out rapidly, but I think if we put our minds to it, we'll get there. So yeah, watch this space. We're working. There you go, guys. How's that? I can't believe that Blood sent that message through at the final hour. So yeah, look, my mood and my morale is back up. I really want to, look, if you've got a leader who is down and out on their luck, and they can see how dire the situation is, but they're determined to do something about it. I think, I think we've got to give Blood a hand, and get the wheels back on track. If he's got drive and desire to do it, then yeah, all of us should be able to get around that and do something about it. So yeah, look, this is awesome. I it's completely thrown a spanner in the works. So the applications I put in, I think we've got to stay. We can't back down on this. So yep, sorry this video is so rushed. I wanted to get this out straight away, but look, there you go, guys. Thank you so much for watching this video. I really appreciate it. Yeah, if you see us in the Roots of War League matches, please watch them. Show us your support, and if you are interested to let us know whether you can help us out and be part of the team, I think SCL is going to be interested to hear whether you can help. So thank you, guys. Bye for now. Have a good one. Cheers.